The next thing we're going to explore in the DOM are the three node types. Now, you can think of a node as being like a leaf on a tree. In fact, the document object model is often referred to as a document tree, and you assume that all these things are leaves. Each of these tags are nodes, right? So let's go back to our node list here. So we have three node types in JavaScript. Well, we have a few more, but there are three key ones. You have, number one, the element nodes. They're called element nodes, and those are just the tags. You have the text nodes, and that's just the text that lies on the page, of course, the text lying in between the tags. And then you have the attribute nodes. These are attributes of the tag. So for instance, on an image tag, you might have an src, the source, or on the table tags, you have certain attributes as well. The reason I mention these node types, and there are others, but these are the three key ones, is that this is how you manipulate the structure of a web page using JavaScript and the DOM, the document object model. You do this by going after the various node types. You can think of these node types as handles, if you will, on pots and pans. These are ways of manipulating your page. So if you wanted to change a tag or add a tag or remove a tag, you would use your document object model, your DOM JavaScript functions, which we're going to look at in a video coming up soon, to add or remove tags, and you would do that by going after the element nodes or the tag nodes. If you want to insert or remove or modify text, you'd go after the text nodes, and so on. This is something that you're going to take for granted once you get into the coding, but what you want to take away from this is that the page is made up of node types within the document object, and there are functions built into the document object, into JavaScript, that allows you to basically go after these node types to, nerds would say, to address them, so that you can make all those manipulations that we want to do. To close up our discussion on the theory of the document object model, before we get into some actual code, one thing, if it's not already clear to you, one thing you can do with the DOM is actually manipulate not only tags and text, you can actually manipulate CSS at the same time, right? So for instance, if you tag a particular element, so let's say you have a tag, with a paragraph tag, for instance, with a class associated with it. So let's say you create a class for a paragraph and you wanted to be able to dynamically change that paragraph on the tag. You can do that by using the third node type, the attribute node, by changing whatever class that happens to be associated with that paragraph. I don't know if that makes any sense. But again, take away that using the document object model, you can change not only the text and the tags, in this case what we call elements and the text nodes, you can actually change the attribute nodes, which include, of course, CSS.